Hello and welcome to N-Focus, coming to you this week from Seian City on the Ryoshima coast in Nippon. I am your host, Hilka. Joining me back from vacation is my co-host, Rosalie. How are you doing today?
Hello. I'm good. Well, this week's not good, but my holiday week was good.
Glad to hear it.
Me and my friends rented a I say it's a castle. It was called a castle, but it's like one of those really old fancy houses. It kind of looks like a little mini castle.
More like a manor?
Yeah. It was like a 130-year-old building, and it had like a piano in it and all sorts of fancy things. We rented that for a few days, and the view looked out onto Loch. I think it was Loch Leven that looked out. It was just beautiful, and the weather was amazing. And one day we went to Loch Lomond, and we went to like the bird of prey sanctuary and a dinosaur themed restaurant that I really want to go to. Where they had like giant statues of dinosaurs, and all the food was like themed like volcano pasta, things like that. It was amazing, and it was just nice and chill. And there was like board games. We did like a murder mystery thing. You know, the ones you get like
fun.
yeah, you get like a case file, and it's like actual like documents, and then you have to work it out. And we did it, and I was so chuffed.
Nice.
And it was just nice and chill to get away from. Well, I did bring the Switch 2 and the Steam Deck, but I didn't use them, so it was a nice screen break,
Yeah.
which I really needed. and then I had to go back to work, and I was like, oh, why do I not live in a really fancy house with a grandfather clock? And they had a bathroom that had what my mum calls a Nightmare Before Christmas bath, where it's like the ones with like the little legs.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, and I really want one of them. And then I just looked at my bathroom and I'm like, no, I want a fancy house. But no, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I was sipping on iron brew martinis, which is the most Scottish thing I have ever said. But it was lovely. How have you been in that interim time period?
Yeah, good. Busy. Regular listeners of the podcast will have noticed that we did release an episode of N-Focus without Rosalie.
That's fine.
I know. I'm such a traitor.
How dare.
But no, that one was in the works for 6 weeks. If you haven't listened to it yet, please do. It was the episode released before this one, episode 266. An interview with the communications director at PlayStack about how the PR and marketing for Balatro worked, with some also questions about specifically the Nintendo Switch version and how important the audience is for Balatro on Nintendo Switch.
I still need to listen to it, but I will, I promise.
It's very good. I'm very proud of it, and I am like secretly I guess not secretly anymore because I'm about to say it on the internet, but I've put together a list of like at least 7 more people that I want to interview. I had such a great time. Oh, you need to go on vacation more often. So that.
How dare. No, I probably
I don't know. Going on vacation's a good thing.
No, it is. I probably have people that I can send their names over. Gotta use all that networking for something.
Yeah.
Actually. No, I will send you over some names. Twiddling my mustache.
And more noises. But yeah, I've been good. I've been keeping busy. I've been beating the heat by not going outside as often as I can.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Oh,
Fun fact, it was 32 degrees Celsius today. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm sorry, Americans. I know you're a large portion of our audience.
yeah, these degrees.
But join the rest of the world using Celsius, please.
I did go outside last Saturday, actually, And I went to go see the Spider-Man film set
Oh yeah, you posted pictures from that. I saw.
because they filmed it in Glasgow. uh, Glasgow, like a lot of New York is based off of Glasgow because Glasgow had the
Yeah.
grid system. Like my mum told me the story behind it. Technically, it wasn't first, but two architects were like, "Oh, look at the New York, it's getting built. That's interesting," and kind of stole the idea. And it was really cool. I didn't see things when they were actually filming because they think we film at like 6 p.m. and I'm like, nah, I ain't got time for that. But all like the American street signs were out, and there was loads of like yellow taxis with like Jeopardy and Cheez-It adverts all over them. And it was so cool. And like they had the big CGI gantry, and it was obviously like painted green so you couldn't see it. And there was loads of Spider-Man fans walking about, and I put together a little gothy Spider-Man outfit, and other Spidey fans were like, "Oh, I love your bag. You look so cool." And it was just,
Nice.
it was like, because I don't really go to conventions anymore because I can't be arsed. So it was like the same feeling. It's like these are my people. They're just cool.
That's
'cause
cool.
Good for tourism and things.
Yeah.
And also, I love Spider-Man, so it's like, oh my god, it's right on my front door kind of thing. So that was cool. I'm jealous of like people in LA that must be really normal. There's just things filming everywhere all the
Or
time.
Vancouver.
Yeah, but I think it is more common here because there was an Edgar Wright movie. I think it was the Running Man remake was filming here just before.
Wow.
And I remember when they were filming Frankenstein in Edinburgh because Del Toro was walking about, and I was like, oh, I want to meet Del Toro. But it's very cool because Scotland and cool things hasn't been happening a lot lately. It's been the opposite, so that's nice.
So, as a card-carrying member of the Spider-Man fan club, Spider fan club, that almost works. Are you at all interested / excited in the like 3 Spider-Man sets that Magic the Gathering has announced?
So I wasn't originally, and then someone showed me the cards that are like the front covers of the comics, but the small
Yeah.
text on the comics is like the card text, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
I
That's how
want
they
them
get
now.
you.
It's dangerous. I don't care about the Avatar set that's coming out because it's all right. I'm not like a huge Avatar fan, but yeah, I kind of want.
I am.
Yeah, I kind of want the Spider-Man ones. Not gonna lie, I have a lot of Spider-Man stuff, and it all just sits in a pile because I don't know. It's not pink and cute, so it doesn't suit this room. But I'm like, so I don't know where it would go. And then I also found that there's a Spider-Man Lego set of the train scene from Spider-Man 2, which is like my favorite, one of my favorite films of all time. And I'm like, oh no.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it has a little Aunt May in it. She's like clinging on for dear life. Oh, it's amazing. There's too many cool Spidey things happening, going on, releasing, and I really wish they would like stop because my bank account is a bit scared.
Well, at least you only have to wait for the next Spider-Verse movie for another like 2 years. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Got the Tom Holland one comes out next summer. So, unless I'd love another Spidey game. Wasn't there like the Venom-y online thing that got cancelled by Insomniac? That looked cool. I'll just play lots of Marvel Rivals in the meantime, so that's fine.
or if you want to go back into history, you could play Marvel Ultimate Alliance, a personal favorite of mine.
Was that did we talk about that before? Is that the one that was on PS3?
PS3, Xbox 360, PS2 as well, although that version runs like butt, and PC.
Oh,
And I think
interesting.
Wii as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
I have Spider-Man 2 on the GameCube still. A classic.
Nice. Classic.
Maybe I shall look that up then. Because I don't play as Spider-Man in Marvel Rivals because he's too hard, so I just kind of admire him from afar.
Have you played the Spider-Man 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2?
Yes, platinum, 100%ed it. Played all three of those. They are what Insomniac did for Spider-Man, what Rocksteady did for Batman. Like, they're so good. They're like, oh, and it makes. I love them because that's what made me get obsessed with Miles. So, or even more obsessed with Miles, I should say. Oh, very good, very good.
I haven't played 2 yet, but I have played the first one in Miles Morales, and they're excellent. Especially, I think I like Miles Morales better, just
Yes.
like from a story perspective. And Miles is just a really interesting character.
Yeah.
And the environment he's in,
Oh, I think I cried a lot during the Miles one, but 2 is very good because it's lots more Miles stuff, and
yeah, you can switch between them, right? Like
Yeah.
in different parts of the cities.
yeah, and it's
City.
like really seamless and beautiful, and they need to make another one like soon because I kind of want to replay it, but I'm like, I've already 100%ed it, so it's not much I can do.
Do New Game Plus on a higher difficulty.
Oh, I think there is actually extra trophies for that, so maybe I will. And I'll probably be really bad at it.
Before we get into our normal news story segment, which we have 2 directs basically to cover. But before we get into that, I'd like to remind everybody that we have a Patreon, patreon.com/GamePodular. Wow, I almost said someone else's Patreon that I watch a lot, and that would have been a bad idea. But if you want to help us buy like equipment, software, pay for hosting costs, that kind of thing, send us some money on there or on our Ko-fi page, which I recently like made sure was working correctly, because there was some PayPal stuff. Don't worry about it. It's working now, which is the important thing. If you want to send us some money there, you can. You don't have to. I know I say this every time, like times are tough. Take care of yourself first. But if you got some extra cash lying around, you want to send it our way, we would be extremely appreciative of it.
Yes, please.
Also, we're on YouTube and Twitch, twitch.tv/GamePodular. We've been having a ton of fun streaming on there. We recently finished our co-op playthrough of Portal 2, me and Scott, host of Game Podular Unfocused. And I put together a little highlight compilation of the whole playthrough, all 4 streams, in 20 minutes. I was quite proud of that one. It was very fun. It took forever because that's like 8.5 hours of footage just to sort through. No, it was fun though. I learn, like, every time I do something like that, I learn just a little bit more and I get better at it. So it's something I enjoy doing, which if you told me like 10 years ago that I would actually grow to really enjoy video editing, I wouldn't have believed you. But I do. I am. And if you want to listen to our podcasts on YouTube, you can do that at youtube.com/@GamePodular. If you want the stream VODs and the stream highlights, go to youtube.com/@GamePodular streams highlights. And if you're listening to us on that one, what was your most anticipated game that was announced in either the Partner Direct or the Indie World Showcase that we'll be covering on this episode today? Let us know in the comments. Let's talk about them.
Yeah.
But first, one more thing, because this was added very late into the writing of the notes and I almost forgot about it. Recent announcement, new game coming to NSO on August 21st, Chibi Robo Plug into Adventure.
Yay.
The Nintendo GameCube game.
Yay.
There are some very ravenous Chibi Robo fans, I am given to understand.
Yeah. It's one that's got like a cult following, I guess you could say.
Because it didn't like do amazingly well as a franchise.
No, but it's like it's they didn't because it wasn't as big. It became like a quite rare. So it's one of the most expensive GameCube games you can get. Like I've starting bids here like £130.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, well, for me anyway, I was like, yay, maybe this means I can afford a copy of the original.
Yeah. Hey, demand
yeah.
will probably go down now
Yeah.
that it's on NSO. So
Yeah, because there's a lot of GameCube stuff that's very expensive. So that would be nice. But also because of that, it's meant that so many people have wanted to play it and not been able to. So that's nice.
yeah.
Because I remember was it 3DS one?
Yeah, there was one on 3DS.
Yeah, that kind of used. Did it use AR cards, or am I making something up? I haven't.
I don't know it in that amount of detail. I only know it exists. And I know that someone I follow on Blue Sky was sent like 4 copies of it in the mail a couple of weeks ago.
That's so random.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember. How do I not remember that? That was weird. I remember some people I know being annoyed that it wasn't the same. So hopefully those people are now happy because they can play the game again, which I will
Yeah.
also be doing. It's also just nice because I didn't actually think they'd be this good at releasing GameCube games, and it's been pretty steady and regular so far. And I'm like, oh, cool. But
Yeah.
when's Pokemon Colosseum? That's what I want to know.
And XD Gale of Darkness. That's the one I
Yes.
want to play.
Yes, and lots of other GameCube games I can't think of right now. Star Fox Adventures, the dinosaur one.
Very polarizing game.
Oh, I know, but it's good. It's good.
I have never played it because, again, as I've mentioned previously on episodes, I have never owned a Nintendo GameCube. I don't want to start discourse about it, although drop your thoughts on the game in the comments, I suppose, and on our social medias. Co-host of Game Podular Unfocused Seskra, it's one of their least favorite games of all time.
Oh,
Star Fox Adventures.
I can understand why people didn't like it, but it's really pretty. It's one of those games where, like, you look at the water still to this day, and you're like, "Whoa, that's some good game water." I like game water when it's pretty and sparkly. Anyway,
But I'd be interested to try Cheapy Robo as well. It's one of those franchises, like you said, that it has sort of a cult following, and so I mean, I'm always interested in trying games that are like a tier below the ones that everybody knows. You know?
yeah.
I mean, I like me some Final Fantasy. I like me some Dragon Quest, but I'm a real sicko for Etrian Odyssey.
I'm trying to think,
You
or
know?
like Grandia, or I was gonna say the Mana series, but that's kind of big-ish.
Or Saga.
Yeah, yeah. The East games. I guess they're not. They're niche to a point. Like the general person's not gonna know what it is.
Yeah.
Weeps are like myself.
And then there's even more niche ones than that,
Yeah, yeah.
which, yeah. Are any Blue Dragon fans out there?
Now
I
that
actually don't know if that game's that niche, considering it was like, character designs by Akira Toriyama and music by one of the guys from Deep Purple, including a deeply hilarious boss fight theme.
and Nobumatsu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that not a 360 launch title?
I don't know if it was a launch title, but it certainly was an exclusive.
Yeah. That would be cool to get a remaster.
If nothing else, it is on the like Xbox Series like backwards compatibility program.
Yeah, but
Like you can buy it digitally on Xbox and just play it. That's how I finished it. I bought it back in the day when I had an Xbox 360. And then I bought it again a couple of years ago now that I have an Xbox Series X, and I actually finished it.
Huh.
Because my Xbox 360 completely died before I could.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think that is a bit niche. Like, especially, like, maybe not our generation, but the generation below aren't going to know what it is. I feel.
No, like they tried to give it like a push, to use wrestling terminology. Like it got like a sequel on Nintendo DS that was like a
Oh, yeah.
like a tactical RPG, like a Final Fantasy Tactics kind of game. And I think it also got like a short-lived anime series.
I wouldn't surprise me. I don't remember that. But then,
I might just
think
be
you're right.
remembering like the 2D animated cutscenes from that DS game, but
no, I think you're right. Which is weird. Oh, I quickly just found the cover. I was like, an Akira Toriyama anime I haven't watched? That's weird. It's because it was like one of those ones where it kind of had that kind of 4Kids look to it, where I'm just like,
yeah.
where it doesn't kind of look like the art style, but don't judge an anime by its cover. So I'm actually going to see if that's on Crunchyroll or something, just for a laugh. Wow. Man.
And speaking of game series that got a short-lived anime series, I promise this will make sense in a second. Let's get into the first of our big announcement live streams, which is the Partner Direct. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like trying to put the pieces together there, but no, okay, I'll give you that. I'll let you have that one.
Yeah. Because, of course, this is games coming to Switch and Switch 2 from third-party developers and publishers, the first of which was Monster Hunter Stories 3,
Yay.
which is what the segue was, because that got an anime series, and I watched a couple episodes, and it was not good.
Oh. Man, that's annoying, because Monster Hunter anime sounds like it would be incredible.
There's like a 3D animated movie on Netflix.
Oh, wasn't there
That's
a live...
also not good.
Yeah, wasn't there the live action one with her from the really bad Resident Evil movies?
That one too. That one also sucks.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I gotta say, all credit to Paul W.S. Anderson. He's clearly a fan of the Monster Hunter games, because the actual monsters are like 1-to-1 from the games.
Huh.
Like they look and sound and move perfectly. It's just the movie's not very good.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
And also, it like didn't make any money because they tried a theatrical release in the fall of 2020. And there was a joke in it that meant the movie was banned in China, so nobody there watched it.
Oh, and they are good at helping video game movies, because weren't they like really into the World of Warcraft one?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, cards on the table, folks. It's, for me at least, all downhill from here, because when the Partner Direct started, it took me a second to clock that it was Monster Hunter Stories, because the character models were a lot older than I'm used to the protagonists in that franchise being, which is nice. I love to see a game that's not about children, because I'm in my 30s and I can no longer relate to children. But yeah, Monster Hunter Stories 3, the most excited I am for any of the games that were announced in these two directs. This one is coming to Switch 2 in 2026. That's it. That's all we know. It's got, as far as release is concerned, it has a fully voiced protagonist like Monster Hunter Wilds does, which is also a first for the Stories series. But yeah, day one pickup for me. I'm going to play it. I recently bought Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 on Steam because they were very cheap. And I don't know if I'm going to replay 2 right away, but I'm definitely going to play 1, that's for sure. Oh, that's what I should do instead of playing Kingdoms of Amalur.
Oh, I like Kingdoms of Amalur, though.
Yeah, it's good, but it's no Monster Hunter.
To be fair, I only bought Stories 1 and 2 because I was like, they'd be pretty good on the Steam Deck. So,
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so I might
Probably run
see.
better than it did on Switch 1. Hey-o!
Well, yeah, was thinking that.
One thing I want to get into before we continue, the thing that sort of bothered me about both of these presentations is because the Switch 2 exists, but the Switch 1 is still being actively supported, which is a good thing. I'm not disputing that before people take my words out of context. Is there was not a lot of clarity about what exactly something only being on Switch 1 means. Like, if it's only coming to Switch 2, that means it's almost definitely not coming to Switch 1. But I'm going to go under the assumption that anything that comes out on Switch 1 will at least function on Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
There are some exceptions to that. There are some compatibility issues that are still actively being ironed out, like they are actively working on it. But there were a handful of things that were announced in these presentations that were announced only for Switch 1. And I imagine the distinction is we are designing it to be a 1080p game and not a 4K, like up to 120 FPS game.
Mm-hmm.
But unless I can say for sure otherwise, I'm going to go under the assumption that everything that is announced for Switch 1 will at least function on Switch 2. So keep that in mind. And I bring this up because the next one that was announced was Once Upon a Katamari, which was only announced for Switch 1. And in the trailer, looks like it runs badly, which is a bad sign.
Yeah.
So maybe if you got a Switch 2, play it on that one. That one's coming out October 24th. Are you a Katamari enjoyer at all?
I've played a couple of them, but I was never like... I don't know. It was never... I liked the gimmick and I really liked the music. I've probably listened to the soundtracks more than I have actually played them. But I never like... Because again, this is one that has... series that has a really big niche cult like fandom that has like designer t-shirts and things, which does feel in line with... I feel like there's a crossover with like Parappa fans, which I am one.
Yeah, I can see it.
Because it's like the kind of bright, colorful art style known for its music. But no, I never found the controls like that intuitive. They just felt really clunky and annoying.
That has always been my experience with them, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried one of the ones that was on Game Pass a while back, and I just couldn't get the hang of how it plays.
Yeah, and I know that's partially the point, but it's not like so like Octodad is one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, I love Octodad.
Young Horses, and that's meant, it's like clunky controls, but it has a purpose, and and you do silly things, and it adds to the humor. Whereas in the Katamari games, it just felt like I just want to be able to. Why didn't they just let me roll this ball normally? It would feel like it would be more fun. To the point where I kept thinking my controller was broken. I'm like, oh no, it's meant to run this way. I just never got on with them, which is a shame because I do love like the character designs are really cool and funny, and the music's amazing. But yeah, just not for me.
Yeah. How do you feel about dancing?
It's better if I don't do it in public.
Well, you can do it in the privacy of your own home with Just Dance 2026 edition, coming October 14th, the Nintendo Switch 1.
Oh.
It has 40 new tracks, including All Star by Smash Mouth, and more modern songs. But hey, it's All Star by Smash Mouth. Got to appeal to specifically the millennials with this one.
Yeah, I did have one for the Wii that had... This is really embarrassing to admit. that had Gangnam Style on it, and that's why I wanted it.
It was the style at the time.
Yeah, it was a different time. And to be fair, one of them, I don't think it's that one. A previous one has the Mario song from the Mario cartoon show. You know, the
Like,
swing your arms from side to side.
yeah, Do the Mario by Captain Lou Albano, former
Yeah.
professional wrestler and manager.
Yeah, which when I was like 5 and 6 years old, that was my favorite thing in the entire world. And I used to just do that and like sing it. And so like I kind of loved that was a thing. It was very nostalgic. And apparently the games are quite good for like losing weight. And also, I think I've talked about it before, but some of them have dances where it's just from the waist up. So people that have different types of disabilities can still dance. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I know we covered the 2025 edition on a previous episode.
Yeah.
And they showed off the like seated dancing mode, which they wasn't shown off in this trailer, but I hope it's just a feature of the series going forward.
Yeah.
Because it's cool and good.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I feel like if this got really cheap on like the eShop, I would just buy it just for funsies.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if they add more nerdy tracks, that would be cool. We've talked about it before. They just need to do like the mini games from Ring Fit Adventure, the music ones. Just do a whole game based off of that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of just dancey-ish. And then I'd be all for it. But a lot of the songs in this are like pop things, and I'm like, I don't know who this is. So,
Yeah.
apart from Smash
I mean, I
Mouth.
recognized all of the names. Like, there was a Dua Lipa song in there.
Oh, okay, I know her.
I know her name. I think I listened to Elevated.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty good song. I'm not a pop music guy. I am a music guy, but not a pop music guy.
Yeah.
I have bought a lot of albums that came out this month,
Oh.
like Prisms by Shadow Academy,
I don't think
And-
they're on it.
For the People by Dropkick Murphys. I'd love to see a Dropkick Murphy song in Just Dance. I think that would be very funny. Like, how would you choreograph that?
Also, remember, like, all the dances have, like, lore,
Oh, yeah. You've told me about that.
which is, it's so weird and kind of amazing at the same time. So that you'd have to add some lore into it, too.
If there are some absolute Just Dance sickos in the audience, please let me know. If there are any like Just Dance tracks where the choreographed dance is either moshing or skanking.
Oh, there must be. Surely.
Like, I have to imagine there was some like classic No Doubt songs in there at some point, you know?
Yeah.
And so you could kind of skank to those. It depends on how deep they want to go, right? Like, I will say, I like ska. I like me some third wave and second wave ska. It does not define me as a person. I have broader musical tastes than that. I just find it very funny to talk about because a lot of people think it's very funny. I'm more of a folk and punk rock kind of guy. And I'm wondering if the co-op party mode that's new to this game can bring some new faces to the franchise.
Oh.
I don't know exactly what that co-op party mode entails. I just know that it is extant and available. To quote Seskra, 2 of my favorite qualities that something can have. The next one is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, coming November 14th to both systems. This is the spiritual successor to Budokai Tenkaichi,
Yes.
Arena Fighters and Dragon Ball. The best shonen anime to do Arena Fighters, in my opinion. I think a couple of the Naruto ones were pretty good, but just the ability to fly around in the Dragon Ball ones was always the thing that drew me towards them. This one features a story mode from 8 different characters' perspectives. This was very funny, including Goku, which They were very specific to say, and I don't think they needed to, because is there a single Dragon Ball game in existence that does not prominently feature Goku? Like,
No. Not that.
exactly.
Yeah. I was genuinely seeing if I could pull out something really niche out of my hat, but no. There's lots of Goku. Sometimes too many Gokus.
Yeah, I haven't followed the Dragon Ball series for a while. I sort of like, I know original Dragon Ball and I know Z and I know a couple things about GT, but I've never watched like Super. And I've watched a couple episodes of the new one, Daima.
Yeah.
So when it showed off the like 8 characters that the story modes can be the perspective, I was just like, okay, Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, who are these 2 guys? There were 2 characters there that I've just don't recognize.
What did they look like?
There was one that looked just like Goku, but I assume isn't Goku, or else it would have just been Goku.
There's Yamcha.
No, I recognize Yamcha. This was like carbon copy of Goku.
Oh,
It's
so
not
it's like
Bardock
Goku-
either.
Goku Black. It's like a whole
He sure
thing.
was wearing black.
Yeah, okay, I think that's Goku Black. It's a whole thing.
The other one was vaguely blue, kind of alien looking.
Oh, oh my God, Beerus. No, Beerus isn't blue. He's purple. What's the other guy?
Like I said, I know a lot about original, and it was okay. Wow, I super misremembered because this character's not blue at all. It was Jiren.
Oh, from Super. Yeah, he's one of the people in the tournament. That arc is actually really cool and infuriating at the same time.
I believe you. And if you want to see some of those arcs in a different way, there's also an alternate history mode,
Yeah.
which can explore scenarios if, like, say, Piccolo fired the special beam cannon, but Goku survived
Yeah.
when they were fighting Raditz, for instance. That's one of the ones they showed off. There's also a scenario creator to create your own, like, little stories with, like, signature battles. That's pretty cool. It comes with motion controls, which, if those are good, seems extremely cool. And I hope it was just the footage they had on the stream being compressed to hell and back. But this game looked really ugly at times in this presentation.
Yeah, that's got to be because I have it on the PS5 and it's very pretty. The main faults with it are nothing to do with how it looks. It's more that they kind of just forgot that the multiplayer exists and there's like no maps and it's really rubbish. So if anyone's getting this for I'm going to be able to play loads of like matches with my friends, get it for
That's a pity.
yeah, get it for the single campaign stuff instead. Yeah, it was a bit of a bummer because we got the super duper collector's edition, which did come with some Dragon Ball TCG cards, which are slightly more viable than they used to be. So that's the plus. But
Nice.
yeah, the multiplayer stuff's really rubbish. But it is a gorgeous game. Like the menus are like really, when a game has those menus that when you flick between them, like the characters kind of move from different screens, and it's like,
Oh, yeah. I love that.
it's so beautiful. And the music playing, it's like all like, like OG Dragon Ball background music and stuff, and it gets you all hype. It's very cool. I do think I don't know if you ever saw Dragon Ball or played Dragon Ball Kakarot. I think that's like one of the best Dragon Ball games ever.
I've played a little bit of it. Yeah, I'm a big enjoyer of the Legacy of Goku games on GBA.
Oh
And
yeah,
it was
those
nice
are
to
great.
get a full like big budget version of those with Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
Kakarot.
And the Origins on the DS, they were good too. There was like 2 of them. But yeah, I'd recommend Kakarot more if people wanted a kind of more modern game. But Sparking Zero is still a fun time. Also, it comes out after my birthday, so that's nice.
Nice.
But I already have it. But the motion controls would be interesting because there's a lot there you could do.
There was, I'm now remembering, wasn't there like a Dragon Ball Z Connect game?
Yeah. I imagine it wasn't good. But like, who doesn't want to do a Kamehameha? I do them all the time. Just nothing happens. Yeah, I need to look
Maybe
that
one
up.
day you'll have enough ki.
Yep.
You got to unlock Kaioken first, and
Yep.
then see Ido things.
Oh, he does like a smaller one in the original series.
Yeah,
To a
my
car.
favorite one that he does is like it like curves, and I think that's the one where he shoots like original King Piccolo like into the sun. Am I misremembering?
I'd have to go through my encyclopedia person who corrects me whenever I try and think of Dragon Ball things.
The point is there is a Kamehameha
Yeah.
that Goku does that like starts off straight and then it like curves upward and it pushes the person up like into space.
Oh.
And it's cool. And I'm pretty sure that was an original Dragon Ball.
Which is my favorite.
I love Dragon Ball. Speaking of blasts from the past,
Yes.
on October 23rd, we're getting a Plants vs. Zombies HD release. Haven't thought about that game series in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Did you ever play it? Do you care? Like,
Yeah, I completed the original one because it used to be a semi-indie game. I liked it because the soundtrack was by Laura Shigihara, who is she's got like her own indie games out now. She's worked with like really prestigious people, but she sings like the Sunflower song at the end. And I actually have a Sunflower from the game that you press a button on it and it sings the song.
oh, that's cool.
But no, the original game is fantastic. Before EA got its grubby capitalistic hands all over it. It's probably it was like from that era where mobile games were just like, pay a couple of pounds, you have the full game, it is fun, and no microtransactions. And then it just kind of turned
Back when Angry Birds was good and cool.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But the original game is fantastic. So I actually do want to pick this up if it's just that. Like the trailer was really cute as well. I hope she's getting some money from it, but she's probably not. Because I think it originally had like one or two developers, like the original game. It was like a tiny team, which is crazy when you think of how big it ended up being and having all the sequels and the like like the shooter versions.
The third-person shooter, yeah.
Yeah.
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Yeah. Very bizarre.
Don't ask me why. I can tell you why I know that, because that's the one I played. It was on like PS Plus, like, I don't know. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say in 2017. So I played it for a bit on PS4.
Oh, I would be remiss if I didn't say this. So, the composer, she also worked on Deltarune. Duh. How did I forget? She does.
Wow.
Yeah, she does she sings the song at the end of chapter 1, and that's kind of then used throughout the chapters. And I think she even worked on what's that indie game that everyone loves? To the Moon.
To the Moon. Yeah, that is the title of a beloved indie game.
Yeah, I think she worked on that, and she's worked on other stuff. She's since gone on to do really cool things, and worked alongside really, really other big names. So that was her identity is very much in it, and that's why I liked it. Because when you're do a degree and they make you do that really annoying thing where you have to send a letter to someone in the industry that you like.
Yep.
Yeah, I emailed her and she replied. She was very nice, and to this day, if I ever meet her, I'm going to be like, I'm so sorry, that must have been so annoying. But she's like a vocalist and a composer, and then she became an indie dev herself. So I was like, oh, that's the dream.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm actually gonna buy this
Nice.
for nostalgia.
And new features for this one are it's got local co-op and also a PvP mode. I assume one side controls the plants and the other's the zombies.
Yeah, that's cool.
Speaking of EA games, it's EA Sports FC 26
Yeah,
because they lost the FIFA license a few years ago, and so they're now just Football Club. It's coming to both systems on September 26th. The sports games have a very specific audience, and I don't want to clown on them, even though despite the fact that I'm definitely not part of it, but the general impression I get is I don't feel like there's a lot of crossover between the sports games diehards and Nintendo fans.
no.
Like, my impression is there are people out there who buy an Xbox or a PlayStation and they use it to play Madden. And then they buy the new Madden every year, and that is what they play on their Xbox. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please. I hate spreading misinformation, even if it is, especially if it's inadvertent. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the impression I get. So I don't know if this is going to do super well, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they used to be, because like getting them on the SNES and stuff was like the thing. Because I have like a FIFA on the Mega Drive somewhere in my room for some reason, and
I had a FIFA on the N64. FIFA World Cup. I'm going to say 96. No, it wouldn't have been 96.
98?
If it was on N64. Maybe 98, yeah. I don't remember.
98. I had that on the PS1. Well, it wasn't mine, it was my mum's partner's. And I only liked it because it had Song 2 by Blur as the opening in it.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that's literally the last sports game that I played. That isn't like a Mario sports game.
Yeah, do wrestling games count as sports games? Because it's technically sports entertainment.
Oh, no, okay. Then yeah, I have played like a WWE game more recently than that. That's a good point.
Because that's basically everything I've played since that one N64 game.
Yeah, okay, they count. Okay, I'll take that back then.
I guess in the video games it is portrayed as a shoot.
Yeah.
Our next one, also coming on September 26th, unless I wrote my notes wrong, and in which case I do apologize, is Pac-Man World 2 Repack, a from-the-ground-up remake of the classic game, ? Is this a series that people are invested in? I can't say it occupies a lot of space in my mind.
We looked at the we got a code for the first one, which I played. It
Nice.
was okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have no nostalgia for it though.
Pac-Man's getting a real... they're trying to get Pac-Man over this year between, like, the Pac-Man's appearance in that Amazon show and Shadow Labyrinth, the edgy Pac-Man Metroidvania, and now this one. We're getting a lot of Pac-Man this year.
Yeah, there's also like more of those little like I don't want to say plug and play, but little like joysticks that are like colored after the ghosts that are for the anniversary as well. It might be because there's a big anniversary. That's probably what it is.
That makes sense.
But yeah, lots of Pac-Man.
And you can enjoy this one with local co-op on either Switch 1 or Switch 2.
Oh.
Ooh, this was a big ticket one. I mean, admittedly, we already knew this one was coming, but I always love to see more of it. It's Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, coming to both systems on September 30th. It has a fully voiced script with new dialogue between characters. It has new difficulty options, and there's an option to review story events, because I'm given to understand this game is very long and you might forget things. Yeah, I'm not like a big turn-based tactics guy, but I've heard this game is like one of the all-time greats, so I might actually pick this up at some point.
Yeah, I think they mentioned it's not going to have, there's like some DLC that people liked, and they're not adding it. So that is like a thing to keep in mind.
There was DLC?
Was it not the War of the Lions content? Is that what it's called? It was like, or it was like added to like, I think, right? Because the tactics the tactics game that I love is the Game Boy Advance one, which is different. And I get them mixed up all the time. I think the War of the Lions was like a extra content that was added for the PSP release.
Yeah, like
and it's
that.
what everybody loved the most. And then they said, oh, sorry, this isn't going to be in this version. So people were annoyed because it was a big chunk of why people liked it so much. Although it's probably good in its own right. I can't remember if I played this one or not, or if I was getting it mixed up with the Game Boy Advance one. But it's worth acknowledging because I think people were really hype over like playing that aspect of it again, and then they were like, nah, whatever reason, it's not in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was related to Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, which was a sequel to Final Fantasy XII.
Which is very good. In fact, yeah, if that got a remaster, that'd be good.
Because when you said DLC, I had to think for a moment, like, because the original Final Fantasy Tactics is for PS1, and I don't think that did DLC at the time. But I get what you mean. It was, expanded content for a later release.
Yeah, it's just, I think that's just embedded in my brain now is the word to use, even if it's not technically correct.
I'm a little old school in that I still say expansion a lot.
But I mean, there were,
Like,
thinking back though, the SNES, the Famicom in Japan did have DLC that you could download off the internet. So
oh yeah, it did have you could set up a modem for it or something, right?
yeah.
And the Dreamcast had a modem as well?
It did. I used to go on the internet of mine. It was very cool. Because you could download extra chows for Sonic Adventure 2 that way. But yeah, I meant, it was like specifically for the PSP version, which is a shame. But, people could... I'm all aboard people buying PSPs in this day and age because they're amazing. Yeah. So I'll probably still pick it up just because it'd be nice to have something that's more not the remake Final Fantasy VII remake series because what I think about that.
You can enjoy the Final Fantasy Magic cards some more. How about that?
Yeah.
Or you could spend your time playing Persona 3 Reload, coming to Switch 2 on October 23rd. I have no thoughts about the Persona series. I haven't played any of them because the time management aspect terrifies me. I am the kind of person who wants to optimize things as much as possible. Like, I find Stardew Valley a very stressful game because there's never enough time in the day to do all the things I want. And many people have told me that that's not the kind of game Stardew Valley is.
No.
And I recognize that, but I can't help myself.
No, I understand though. But it is a shame because I think you'd really like Persona 5. But there is a thing where I'm like, oh, I wish I did this. And then people do playthroughs where they get they just max every like link with a person, and I don't understand. Yeah, because like I only played the original Persona 5 and I have like over 100 hours. I've not even played the version Royale that has the extra time in it. So how do people have the free time to do that? I don't know. I'm jealous. But I've played like 20 hours of Fully Loaded. It's all right. I think I'm sad I missed the original one when it came out because it had like the PSP again. The PSP version had a female protagonist that you could be.
Oh, nice.
And her story is meant to be better. But I never played it because it was quite expensive to get a copy, even secondhand, back in the day. So I was kind of hoping if they ever remade it, maybe that would be a thing. And it's like, nope, they messed that up. So it's one of those things where I'm still going to try and get a PSP copy. I think is it Fez? I don't know. It gets very confusing. I started playing Persona 4 Golden, so the previous Persona stuff goes right over my head. But 3 is all right. It's worth knowing, though, that I imagine the Switch 2 release is going to be like full price.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you can get this game for under £20 brand new on the PS5 physically. So worth, if you want to play it physically, cool, on the go, that's fine. But like, just, you can get it really cheap now. So
yeah,
maybe recommend that more instead, but hey ho.
Speaking of games with female protagonists, it's Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. A game that doesn't feel like it should be in a partner direct.
No.
Because it's, Zelda, but I guess it is a third-party studio that's working on it as part of, Koei Tecmo, I think. They're a studio under Koei Tecmo. It looks cool. It still looks cool. We've seen, I think, 2 trailers for it now. I still really want to go back and play Age of Calamity and the other one.
It's just Hyrule Warriors, isn't it? Is it got a tagline? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, the Switch one is like Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. And then
right,
Age of Calamity is the sequel, and then this is the third one.
Yeah.
It was very funny in the trailer that they specified that you can experience the canonical events that led up to Tears of the Kingdom and what Zelda was doing.
Yeah, because Age of Calamity does like a alternate timeline of events kind of thing, but it's really cool.
They showed off like a weird like mech looking thing right at the end of this trailer.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I was like, oh no, am I meant to know what this is relating to? But then, as we've talked before, I haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom, so I'm like, oh no, is this related? I feel like a bad Zelda fan right now. Oops.
I mean, you still have some time before this comes out, considering we still have actually no release date for it.
That's true. And the Switch 2 version of Tears of the Kingdom is free for NSO people. So
exactly,
that's probably what I should be getting on with. Time for some Zelda.
It's a better use of your time than EA Sports Madden 2026 coming out October 14th on Nintendo Switch 2.
What a segue.
Yeah? Which is, that's today. Hey, by the time you're listening to this game will be out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but I don't want to take a dump all over sports game fans, but like the actual games are on the forefront of garbage monetization in premium priced games with their awful like player card packs.
Oh, I hate
loot
that.
Drops and all that junk. I almost swore there. Yeah, no disrespect to people who enjoy them, but not my cup of tea. And neither is Chillin' by the Fire on Nintendo Switch 2. This is a game that exists.
Yep.
I was very confused when this showed up in the Partner Direct. It is a campfire building simulator with such fascinating features as roasting marshmallows, the existence of weather, really creepy looking game chat, video chat functionality. I don't want to disrespect Oink Games, the creators of this game, but I cannot see how this appeals to anybody. It looks Steam Greenlight tier to me, and I'm shocked that this was in the presentation.
Yeah, like I am almost allergic to going outside and touching grass, but when I saw this, I was like, I'd rather just go outside and actually camp and build an actual campfire and have actual marshmallows. Like this,
Yeah.
this looks totally devoid of fun. I'd understand if it was like a VR game, but even then, like, or like a VR tech demo was what it was giving off. I was honestly expecting it to be like one of those things where it's like, oh, it looks like a simulator, but then there's a serial killer in the background. But no,
Nope.
no,
It's just you're sitting around a virtual campfire with your buds on your low frame rate webcams, because that's what the Switch 2's game chat webcams are like.
yeah.
Or no, that was the screen sharing. The webcams are okay, I think.
One of them's 1080p, the other two official ones are for 480p. So,
Well, you can play. This game came out like the day of the presentation, so if you have had a positive experience with it, please let us know. We'd love to learn more.
yeah.
Or you could be playing Apex Legends instead. It came out on Switch 2 August 5th, along with the new season, which has a name that I didn't write down, because while I think Apex Legends looks very cool, I don't really like competitive online shooters all that much. But it has a very big fan base, and the game looks sick. Mm-hmm. Moving on to something that was hella cute, am I right? It's Hella, coming out 2026 on Switch 2. This one was kind of interesting to me. It's like you play as a cute little mouse going on like adventures in the human world. It looked a little too realistic for my taste, to be honest. But it's got online co-op, which could be fun. It's getting a physical release, which is very cool. I hope it's good. Oh yeah, I looked into this because the developer My.Games, which is also the URL to their website. Fun fact. Their other titles don't look particularly enticing, with names like Rush Royale and Guild of Heroes and, hang on, Pathfinder Kingmaker?
Oh,
One of the two official, well, technically four if you count the digital card games, but whatever. One of the two official video game adaptations of tabletop role-playing game Pathfinder? I mean, they were only a publisher for that one, but still,
yeah.
Wouldn't
random.
have called that. I'm like medium on this game. It has some things I like, but I'm gonna temper my expectations, I guess. There was also Star Wars Outlaws coming to Nintendo Switch 2 on September 4th. I've played it for a bit on Xbox. I had a good time. I didn't finish it. I do want to come back to it. It did some cool stuff. It made the transition to a weaker console pretty well. It does like clearly look worse, but everything still moves pretty well. Cool to see it coming to Nintendo Switch, and hopefully it can make more money, because it didn't do a lot of that, if Ubisoft is to be believed.
Yeah, which is a shame because of all the Star Wars nerds that I know have played it, they said that it was actually like really fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed what I played of it.
Yeah, it's one of those games I want to play, but it's also one of those games that you know when you can just kind of guess it's going to be on like PlayStation Plus in like in a few months. So I'm just like, or it might already be on it. So I'm like, there's no point in me buying a.
I mean, it is a
copy.
Ubisoft game. Like,
Yeah, you get the Ubisoft games as part, so maybe it already is, and I just haven't noticed. But I finished Andor season 2 recently, so I'm on a bit of a Star Wars kick. So actually, maybe
nice.
I might give this a look right now, just not on the Switch 2, because you know.
For one thing, it's not out yet. Hey-o!
Hey,
You could also, around that same time, buy Chronos The New Dawn instead, which is coming out a day later on September 5th on the Nintendo Switch 2.
yeah,
Gotta say, I'm not a Bloober Team fan,
no,
but this game looks extremely sick.
yeah,
It's a survival horror game. It's like it's got some time travel elements. It looks gorgeous, especially for a Switch 2 game. I shouldn't say that. The Switch 2 is a legitimately powerful piece of hardware. Not as much as the PS5 and Xbox, obviously, but again, it could do 4K games at like 120 FPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm not a survival horror fan, but this game looks extremely sick, and I'll probably play it at some point.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I will say, Blooper Team have redeemed themselves a little bit because the Silent Hill 2 remake did very well.
Yeah.
Another game that I own, still in its wrapper, and want to get to soon because the Summerween season is upon us. So, you know, that's given me kind of hope that this will also be pretty cool. But the truth, I love me some survival horror, so I am hype. You liked Crow Country, that's survival horror.
I did.
Yeah. So, yeah.
My mission is I like whenever we do our Halloween episode, I'm just gonna try and play a horror game, and I'll just over the course of the next 10 years slowly turn into a horror fan.
Yeah. Oh.
So if anybody has any recommendations for horror games on Nintendo Switch 2, hit me up.
What we need to do is live stream some Phasmophobia and Dead by Daylight. I will make sure I have free time for that. in spooky outfits. I have a ghost face outfit.
I don't have any spooky outfits, but I could wear like I have some shirts with like big skulls on them. That's the best I can do.
That counts.
I could like go all the way and try to find like the skull shirt that the bully from Toy Story had. That would be funny.
Oh, Sid. Yeah, that'd be a cool t-shirt to have anyway, to be fair.
But yeah, I'm down for this game. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Scott, host of Game Podular Unfocused, was popping off in the our special live blogging channel that we have on the official Game Podular Discord when Yakuza Kiwami 2 was announced for Nintendo Switch 2, coming out November 13th. Also, a Nintendo Switch 2 update of Kiwami 1 on the same day, and you can buy a bundle of them.
Yeah, they're very good.
I think I say this literally every time we talk about Yakuza / Like a Dragon, but I am deeply afraid of this franchise because if I start playing them, I am afraid I will never be able to stop.
Yeah, but it's so worth it.
The one in Hawaii had a pro wrestler in it.
Yeah. Oh,
not the first time that's happened.
No, it's not. They've appeared before that. Yeah, I think you should just rip off the Band-Aid and do it. I've still got loads. I've not played. I've not played the pirate one. I've not played the mainline one before that because you need a break between them sometimes. And they're so fantastic. And there's like an Animal Crossing kind of mini game in the last mainline one as well. So good.
And now they're coming. Now more and more of them are coming to Switch. So hey,
Yay.
I could even play them for the show.
Yeah.
And then we had what I like to call the sizzle reel of just a whole bunch of things announced right in a row. And I have little descriptions for them here that I'm quite proud of. The first one was Goodnight Universe, a psychic baby game, coming November 11th. NBA Bounce, a really embarrassing cartoony basketball game, September 26th. The Wheat Flower Wonderland DLC expansion for Hello Kitty Island Adventure, coming fall of 2025, which is pretty soon, so I'm surprised they didn't give a more specific release date for that. Then there was Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven, the Switch 2 edition, which came out the day of the presentation. There was Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Oh, how did that not get caught by spell checker? Because in my notes it says Shinobi.
Oh, it's coming up for me, but I think it's because I have Grammarly or whatever annoying thing on.
This game looks sick. The demo's available now, and it's coming out August 29th. And Borderlands 4 coming October 3rd. I'll probably buy it. I'm a big mark for Borderlands. I even liked 3. I probably won't buy it on Switch too, to be honest. I'll probably just play it on PC. And then the last two big titles after the sizzle reel were two new RPGs. The first, which was The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, in the Ys style of action RPGs.
Yeah.
It's coming in 2026. I am on record as saying I don't really like the HD 2D art style. This is the best looking one of those I've seen.
Yeah.
State of the name, though. What were you thinking? Adventures of Elliot doesn't sound good.
No.
You have a fairy companion named Faye, who is spelled Faie, which is one of the more buck-wild ways I've seen to spell that name. Don't love her voice acting, but most of this game looked sick.
Yeah. All right. I'm glad it wasn't just me though, because I was like, that voice acting sounds a little, I don't want to say rough, audition-y. So I'm glad it wasn't just me, because I was like, I feel mean, but you know, it is what it is.
And there's a demo available, which I have downloaded, but I have not played yet.
Oh.
And there will be a survey for like feedback after the demo, and that's presumably why we don't have any more info on release date beyond 2026. And the other one is Octopath Traveler 0, coming December 4th. It is a prequel to Octopath Traveler. It has character creation and town building and like 100 characters or something, by the way the trailer looked. I didn't play Octopath Traveler, did you?
No. I don't remember. I'm also like mixed feelings on the 2D and a half art style, because they always have that kind of weird, like muddy, browny yellow
Yeah,
color
that's
palettes.
a weird one.
Yeah, and also this is the ones that I have many a friend that gets annoyed where it's like you have a party, but the party don't interact with each other as part of the story.
Yeah.
And like I know lots of people where they were like really angry when they found that out, and because like in RPGs, especially like of the Square
wanna get
Enix variety,
Invested in the characters.
yeah, exactly. And apparently, that's an issue with the other sequel as well. So I don't know. That put me off. And also, these always tended to be very expensive and were really bad for the old Nintendo tax of never, ever, ever getting discounts. So I just kind of avoided them, which is a shame. But yeah, I just don't. If I'm going to play a 2.5D HD, whatever you want to call it, game, I'm probably going to stick to the Dragon Quest remakes personally. But oh well.
Depending on how much I like the demo, I might be super into the Adventures of Elliot. Like there was a lot in that trailer that I really like the look of.
Because that actually had nice, bright, vivid colors in it.
Yeah, it did still have sort of that like weird yellowy sheen, but not nearly as badly as Octopath Traveler 0 did.
Yeah.
And that was the partner direct, and we're over an hour in, so we're gonna blow through this Indie World showcase, which was a lot shorter. Like the partner direct was like 40-ish minutes, and the Indie World showcase was like half that.
Yeah.
The first one that was shown off there was Mina the Hollower, a game that I could have sworn we'd covered in a previous episode, but I looked through like the entirety, like every previous show notes of this year, and I couldn't find it.
Oh,
so I could be misremembering. It's a new game by Yacht Club of Shovel Knight and its many iterations fame.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming out October 31st on both systems. It's
Hey.
sort of like a throwback homage to like Game Boy Color games.
Yeah, because it's very. Oh my god, mind blank. What's that game I really like?
Lo-fi.
What's that? What's the Zelda game I love?
Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons?
Yes, and yes. Yeah, the color.
Or
The color.
Link's Awakening?
Yes. Oh my god, I'm really not being a good Zelda fan today. Yeah, the color palette and everything, and the way the sprites are tiled, very reminiscent of those games,
Yeah.
which is exciting. But I've been wanting this game for ages because they announced it many years ago, and I used to.
Yeah, I saw that there was
Yeah.
like a Kickstarter for it or something.
Yeah, and I used to be obsessed with the first Shovel Knight, and then, like you say, the many iterations after kind of ruined that a bit. So it's nice to see them do like have a new property and a new characters, and because a knight in a shovel gets a bit boring after a while.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped that it's finally coming out. Yay!
The next one was Well Dweller, a game that has a logo that is, in my opinion, a little annoying to read. But other than that, it looked really cool. It's a Metroidvania. It's coming out in 2026 on Nintendo Switch and presumably also too at some point. But it has this really cool like papercraft kind of art style that makes everything move really weird, and it was like unsettling in like a really cool way that I was super into. Yeah, I'm into this game. Are you at all interested?
Yeah. I probably sometimes games that look like this I'm not hugely into because they kind of remind me of like Flash games. But yeah, I'd probably be really bad at it. Because like, what's one that kind of looks a bit? It doesn't look similar, but the mechanics are kind of similar. Is it Blasphemous? I am so bad at that. And
Yeah,
Hollow Knight.
Blasphemous is also a little Souls-likey.
Yeah, like I love Hollow Knight, and I have gotten like semi-far in it, but I'm also so bad at that too. So I'm like, sometimes I like get really hype about games like this, and then I play them and go, "Oh no, wait, there's a skill issue," and it's all downhill from there.
Maybe Neverway is more your speed, coming out in 2026 on Nintendo Switch. It's like a eldritch horror life simulator RPG. It's got a hell of a team behind it. Pixel artist of Celeste and Hyper Light Drifter, and music by the composer of Fez.
Oh,
And it looked phenomenal. I'm usually not a big life sim fan, but there's like a twist where you're like the scion of an elder god trying to bring them into the world, and I'm into that kind of Lovecraftian stuff, so I'll probably give this one a look. This was one of the two in this presentation that I was the most excited for.
yeah, looks very cool.
And it's gorgeous too. Like there's there's like a lot of different ways to do pixel art, but this like very detailed pixel art that was in some of the things they showed off in this game. Oh, and the like limited color palette too. Beautiful. There's a game called, oh no,
You're also having a
The
mind
Sunken
blank.
Isle,
Okay.
that we covered on a recent episode of Game Podular Unfocused. In fact, the most recent one, I believe, episode 28. The Shrouded Isle, not the Sunken Isle. Apologies. That also has this like really like sort of grim limited color palette in like grays and blues and browns that it just contributes to this dour theme and mood that works really well for these kinds of games.
Yeah, there's a really cool one that you might quite like that's free to play, although I don't know with things that's going on if it's on itch.io and things right now. But it's Grimm's Hollow. And it's also has like a very cool kind of creepy, not creepy, because it's has just a very kind of like muted purple color palette. And it's all sprite art, and you can play it in a few hours, and the story's really cool. You're like a Grim Reaper, and it's just very beautiful. That's also one to check out.
Sorry, you said it was Grimm's Hollow?
I think I did fan art for it. Don't look that up. Yes, Grimm's Hollow, by Ghost Hunter. It was
2 M's, that's why.
Yeah, it's a RPG Maker game, which listeners will know that I am very, very into my RPG Maker games. But it's free to play, so.
It is also on Steam, although it does cost money there.
Oh.
I believe. Hang on.
Yeah, maybe it used to be free to play.
It is still free on itch.io.
Right, that'll be where I got it from then.
Maybe the Steam version has like
extra content,
more features.
Yeah, it's still worth it. It's adorable and lovely, and the artwork is beautiful. Not as detailed as as Neverwave, but it's definitely another one to check out.
For clarification's sake, the base game of Grimm's Hollow is free, but there is paid DLC, which seems to be like behind the scenes production stuff. It's called Pocket Goods.
Oh, I'm going to check that out.
Yeah. Our next one is Herdling. It's an animal herdling puzzle adventure game that I'm going to call it right now has some moments in it that are definitely going to make a lot of people cry.
Oh.
Because it's like about a journey of you and your pack of special animals that slowly grows over the course of the game, taking a long and arduous journey to the top of a mountain. Yeah. Some things are going to go wrong there. That's coming out August 21st.
This is the one that had bits where I was just like, that looks like flower. If you ever played...
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the way you're running up the mountain and the petals giving you like you're kind of being a part of the mechanic or showing you the way that you've gone. I was like, that's very flowery. Which is a good thing because flower is a good game, so...
The next one, this one looked pretty fun, and it's already out, so I might pick it up, is called Is This Seat Taken? Because there's a question mark. It's this really cute and charming looking like placement puzzle game, and I say placement in that you get these little critters in various situations. You have to put them in the perfect position in the area you're in. So like you have to find them their perfect seat on a bus or in a restaurant or like a cafeteria or something. And it just looks really cute and really fun, and I'm probably going to pick this up.
Yeah.
Speaking of cute and fun games, it's Little Kitty Big City is getting a free update later this year, which comes with a cat customizer and new areas and characters. Did you play this game at all?
No, it's one of the ones that's on my like wish list. But it just looks so cute.
It does. Unlike Content Warning, coming out to both systems in 2026. Of all of the like horror comedy co-op games, this is the one that always appealed to me the most.
Yeah, I've played a bit of it. It's quite fun.
Because like you have like Repo is I think another big one.
Yeah.
But this one, like with the addition of having to film things and cut it together into a video, I don't know, there's something about it that appeals to me. And if I were to pick this up, it would probably be on PC, to be honest. But the fact that it's coming to Switch 2 means it might have game chat functionality, which I think is going to be really good for that game. They didn't confirm anything about there being game chat functionality for the record, but it seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
The next one is Ball Pit. with the classic Silent X in the title. It's coming out October 15th on Switch 1 and just vaguely in the fall in Switch 2. No release date beyond that. It is a breakout roguelike. And when I say breakout, I mean like you are a paddle at the bottom and you fire balls to break blocks. Except in this game, the blocks are enemies, and there are approximately 7 million balls on screen at one time. I've said my piece. I'm not a roguelike enjoyer, but this is a really cool, like, take on the genre, I think. It's got some Vampire Survivors elements as well, according to the developer interview. And it's got base building that can help, like, improve your runs, I think, and different, like, characters to meet that give you bonuses and buffs, and then can, like, create different buffs by combining them together. That's another, like, very Vampire Survivors-y thing. I don't know. This game looks neat. I'm not going to play it because I don't like roguelikes, but it looks neat. Did this one speak to you at all?
I don't like the bullet hell elements to it. Although, saying that, I did just recently buy a bullet hell, but it was a Macross one, so there was a reason.
Yes.
And it came with a Weiss Schwarz card that you can only get through the game. So they found a way to get me. No, I really don't like bullet hell stuff, especially because they have a tendency to like flash stuff on screen, which is a bit of a migraine trigger because I have visual issues. So yeah, but I do like the tech though. You're right. It's very unique and cool, and I kind of like when styles are mashed up or kind of like iconic old classic games are kind of revitalized and rejuvenated in this way. It's really cool. But yeah, it's just not my thing either, to be honest.
Maybe Ultimate Sheep Raccoon will be more our thing. It is a chaotic co-op racing game that has like tricks, and you play as animals that ride like little bikes and motorcycles and race to the end in like kind of Where's Waldo, like just assorted junk is all over the levels, and like it's kind of line rider-y in how the physics looked. Is there any line rider? You remember that at all?
No, I remember. What's the one that old famous YouTubers used to play? And it was really, you're like a guy in a bike.
Oh, God, yeah, that one. It's like Trials, but it's a Flash game, right?
Yeah, but it's like gory, I think, because you're meant to like. There's like spikes and things.
Yeah, that one.
I've totally forgotten the name.
I know exactly. I have seen a bunch of like, here's a name I haven't thought about in a while, Jacksepticeye videos where he was playing that.
Yeah. Is it Happy?
But yeah,
something?
it looks kind of like that one as well in how it plays.
But cuter.
Yeah. It's got 8-player multiplayer, and you can play it cross-platform, which nice. Yeah, that I imagine cross-platform multiplayer is one of those things that's just a lot harder to implement than I think it is, because it seems like a no-brainer to just put in your multiplayer games.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't play online games without it being in most of the stuff I play, to be honest.
Yeah, and there's like, I know like the Epic Online multiplayer service makes it fairly straightforward, I've heard, but that not everyone enjoys integrating an Epic Games account into their multiplayer. Go back to our episode of Game Podular Unfocused where we covered Earth Defense Force 6 to learn more about that one. I'm going to be honest, this game looks like fun and charming, but it looks like the kind of fun that's fun like twice.
Yeah.
You know? Like you play it once, so you got like new toy syndrome, and then you play it again and you're like, yeah, this was fun. And then you just never play it again. This is how I think most people are going to experience this game.
Yeah. Or like a game you put on your Switch to play at Christmas with your family that for like 30 minutes, and then someone opens a new present. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. The next one is Glaciered. This is the other one from this presentation that I was super into. It's set in the far future where the whole planet has been frozen over in an eternal winter. And you play as, I forget the name of the creature because I forgot to write it down, apologies, but like a descendant of dinosaurs. And you're this like half fish, half bird. And it's an action RPG where you're going around underwater.
Yeah.
And you fight like these really interesting looking creatures in gorgeous looking environments. And I was super into this game, and it's coming out, quote, this holiday. Nothing more than that. But I'm going to play this unless it has really bad reviews.
I'm not surprised because it did give me a hint of the Monster Hunter, like even just in terms of like some of the typefaces he used. I was like, oh, I see your inspo. Yeah. So I'm not surprised it's a Hilka game.
And then we finished with another sizzle reel. It had Winter Burrow coming, winter 2025 to the Nintendo Switch. Then we had Undusted Letters from the Past, October 2025 on Switch 1. Tiny Bookshop, a game that has, I don't mean to sound cynical, but this, I don't even think this is cynical. I just think this, I can imagine the exact kind of person that this is laser targeted towards.
That's not cynical.
No, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like, I see you on Blue Sky a lot. You know who you are when you're listening to this. And I think you're going to really love this game. And it came out after this presentation, so enjoy. Then we had Caves of Cud. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's always a question with Q's. Coming to Switch on Winter 2025, which is wild. Because that's like one of the original roguelikes, right? That's just been in development for like 7 million years, and it finally had its 1.0 release like earlier this year.
Is this the one that's like the Dwarf Fortress? Is that the other one that's kind of similar to?
Yeah. Dwarf Fortress is, I think, more of like a management sim kind of game, but this one did have the like, it's not like ASCII art necessarily, but sort of in that direction.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of. Cool.
Yeah. Then we had Strange Antiquities coming September 17th to Switch. Opus Prism Peak, fall 2025 to both systems. Go-Go Town, spring 2026 on Switch 1. And the final one, UFO 50, came out right after the presentation on Nintendo Switch 1.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like that game, and I am definitely planning on playing it.
I played a lot of it, but I'm really bad at most of the games in it, and it's annoying because I'm led to believe that there's like a cool thing that it's not just a pack of mini games. If you get me, there's other things afoot, but I've not mastered any of them to appreciate it. It's basically, if you ever watched that, we need to put this on the bingo list. Rose mentions the Angry Video Game Nerd. Do you remember the episode where you had that weird cart that just had a ton of games on it, but most of them were rubbish? Yeah, it's like that, but what if they were good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had carts like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones I had, to be fair, were like, you buy like, I think it was either a GBA or Nintendo DS or both, to be honest, where you get like it's like 255 games in one.
Yeah.
And 3 of them are GBA games and the rest are like NES ROMs and ROM hacks. You know?
Yeah. Or I had, like bootleg Mario games were the ones I always had.
Yeah. Did you ever play the one with the green Clefable?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
What a weird,
Although I'm
what a
realizing
weird
I
thing to
just
have as a shared experience. Green Clefable Mario ROM hack.
it's a good name for a band, Green Fable. Although Pokemon will probably sue you, but no, I just realized that the game that the AVGM played is called Action 52. So I'm have a feeling that the name of
Ah,
this was it's probably deliberate.
yeah.
Yeah, silly me.
Good point.
But no, it's very cool. In fact, if you do get it, you can tell me. We could do like a special episode for it. Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
And that's going to do it for the main part of our podcast. Obviously, in the classic double direct specials that are such a great time because they require so little work and definitely don't cause me to have pages and pages of bullet points. We're going to call it there for the main part of the episode. We're going to be talking about some actual games in the next one. I have some notes prepared for Okami HD, which I finished recently. I know I've been talking about it on the podcast recently that I was playing it. I finished it. It was very good. I'm looking forward to talking about it more, but this episode is long enough already. How about you, Rosalie? What are you going to be talking about / playing for the next episode?
I'm finally going to talk about Shin-chan, me and the professor on summer vacation, the endless 7-day journey.
Fun.
Yeah, and depending on when we record, I want to play Chibi Robo, but that might not have time. But I'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for this episode of End Focus. Stick around for the ending segment with the social medias and stuff, but I do want to point out right now, if you are listening on YouTube, hit us a like. Hit the subscribe button, leave us a like. I'm good. It's very warm. I'm like, little peek behind the curtain here. In order to reduce the amount of noise that happens from moving around, I record these standing up on my standing desk with my mic on like an arm, and I gesticulate a lot when I talk. And so I'm like actually sweaty at 9:30 p.m.
No, that's okay.
That's
me
how
too.
warm it is today. So yeah, my brain's getting a little fried from talking about all these video games, and I'm looking forward to doing it again for the next episode, of course. But yeah, if you are listening on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave us a comment about what your most anticipated game from these directs were.
Oh yeah.
And we'll talk to you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of End Focus. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review on iTunes. It really helps us get noticed. Also, please tell your friends if you think they'd be interested. Word of mouth really helps too. You can also listen and subscribe on Spotify and other podcast services and YouTube. If you are listening on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out our sister show, Game Podular Unfocused. Follow us on Blue Sky and at GamePodular.com for updates, news, and other content. Links to all of our socials, including our Discord, Mastodon, and Blue Sky, may be found at our link tree. If you'd like to support our shows, you can buy us a coffee or become a Game Podular patron. The details for both are on our website. Thank you. This episode was edited by Hilka, and you can follow him at Gear12Turbo, at kind.social on Mastodon, or at gear12turbo.bluesky.social on Bluesky. He was joined today by me, Rosalie, who you can find at littlerecordgirl.bluesky.social on Bluesky. Have a good one.